So it looks like a YouTuber has claimed to have seen the Sonic movie trailer. What? Let's discuss right now.
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Before we get started, I just wanted to share today's fan art. So this fan art comes from someone named Zed. They're a user in my Discord server, and check out Metal Duckles in this one. Yeah, Metal Duckles looks really epic in this one. I'm really enjoying this one. So thank you so much, Zed. If they have any links, I'll leave it in the description box below. If it's YouTube, I'll also leave it in the top right corner. But thank you so much for this. It looks epic. Anyway, hello there beautiful human, my name is RidersDX and welcome to my channel, where today we've got another video on the Sonic movie. So I feel like we've been waiting forever for like an actual official thing to come out regarding this movie, because I feel like the last 10 to 15 videos I've made on this has been nothing but speculation videos or videos about leaks and all that. Nothing official from the actual company that's releasing this movie, Paramount. I mean, come on Paramount, what are you doing? Where's all the information? Well, while we wait for Paramount to actually release something, we've got an interesting thing going on here where a YouTuber, a pretty big YouTuber actually, not like some random small one, but like a pretty big one, uploaded a video recently claiming to have seen the Sonic movie trailer and gave some specific details about it in the video. And I was a little bit skeptical at first, but after I watched it, I actually have a feeling that he may actually be telling the truth. So I'm gonna go over a few of the things that he said right now, and then we're gonna discuss it, and then maybe talk about when we think the trailer is actually gonna come out. So this YouTuber is named Dreamcast Guy. So he's a pretty big YouTuber actually. I didn't know about him before watching this video, and I've never seen his any other videos before. So I was a little bit skeptical even when I saw like how big he was and how reliable he seemed. I was a little bit skeptical about this video before I watched it, but I actually was shown this video by some Discord members. I think it was my co-owner actually that showed it to me, and my co-owner said that he watches his videos regularly and that he is a reliable person that you could trust, and another Discord member like jumped in and agreed with him as well. So I'm gonna trust my friends here. I'm gonna watch this video and see what's going on with it. And when I did watch the video, I got the impression that he was telling the truth, because if I'm being completely honest, he doesn't give really specific details about what he saw, which makes sense because I wouldn't want him to get like in trouble or anything for sharing a lot of like specific details. But he did share some things that I think would be interesting for people to hear, especially people that are very afraid or really hate this design. It might make people feel a little bit better, but also some of the things that he said might make people feel worse. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through some of these things that I picked up from the video. So a really big overall theme that he kept repeating over and over in the video is that the model looks better in motion. Sonic looks better in motion, and that's something that I had a feeling about, and I might have mentioned in a couple of videos or so. I think that taking these pictures of the model, especially pictures of the actual movie, they might look a little awkward, but when you see Sonic actually move in motion, you can see like how Sonic relates to the environment that's around him. So in that case, that's a bit of a different thing from just how the model looks in general. Like seeing how the model blends into the environment and how he interacts with the humans, that's going to be a really key feature about the model that we have not seen yet. So according to Dreamcast Guy, he looks better in motion, and that makes me feel a little bit better, because that's something that I was thinking that like, okay, maybe this model will look even better in motion. I'm not sure, but hopefully that is the case, and from what Dreamcast Guy is saying, that truly is the case. But of course, we can only wait until the movie trailer comes out to actually see that. Another interesting thing that Dreamcast Guy said was that he mentioned that concept art that leaked first, which was the art that was going in line with the toys. He said that model doesn't look that similar to the actual design, which also reconfirms what Chael's channel had reported on earlier, which was that was not the final design, and that the final design was actually a little bit different. So that correlates with that, I guess, also. So I don't know, maybe he was just looking at what Chael's channel said, but I highly doubt he even knows what Chael's channel is. No offense, Chael's channel. So we'll have to see about that, but I'm not surprised it doesn't look similar to the concept art, because that doesn't really look like a real image of the movie design. It looks more like a promotion promotional tool, you know, a way of like helping people like create toys for the movie, you know, merchandise, because merchandise is very important, but it wasn't an actual in-screen shot of the movie, so it could have been altered a little bit for whatever reason. Another interesting thing though is that, and he also said the same thing about the leaked picture of Sonic running, which was also confirmed by Tails' channel, that this was not the final art design, and I had a feeling that that was true also, like kind of before going into this video, because it seemed very similar to the picture of Sonic where his feet was on Chris Pratt's head. So I had a feeling that that was a very early design of Sonic, you know, kind of just a way of pitching the movie to Paramount and stuff. So it doesn't surprise me that that's not the real picture either. So far this just seems like stuff that we could kind of figure out already by ourselves, but it's nice to kind of hear it from someone who seems to have actually seen it, so that's always a good thing. Now he said in terms of the concept of the trailer itself, it mainly consists of Sonic and Tom's interactions, which does not surprise me either. This movie seemed like it was very focused on the relationship between Sonic and Tom, so it really doesn't surprise me. What did surprise me though is that there was no sight of Dr. Robotnik in the trailer, which is something he also mentioned, and that's really interesting to me, because I'd figure, you know, from a marketing standpoint, you'd want Dr. Robotnik in there because he's another recognizable character in the Sonic series, but also because you have Jim Carrey playing it, which arguably Jim Carrey is the biggest person cast in this movie, so I don't really understand why Jim Carrey wasn't a part of the trailer. But maybe they plan on reviewing Jim Carrey in a future trailer to kind of drive up more hype across the 6 months or so that this movie is going to be promoted until the actual movie comes out, so that might be another reason. So maybe the initial trailer they won't show Jim Carrey, or maybe in a subsequent trailer after that they will show him, so I don't know, we'll just have to see. But basically the trailer consisted of Sonic and Tom kind of doing like typical buddy cop stuff, so not much else to go off from there. I just found it really interesting that Dr. Robotnik was not seen in this trailer. Now, one really interesting thing I have to say that Dreamcast guy talked about is the fact that this Sonic doesn't really seem or look like the Sonic that we know and love. And so what I mean by that is that he said that Sonic does not look like him, first of all, which I know everyone else was like, well, hell yeah, that's why we're complaining. But Sonic also doesn't seem to act like their usual Sonic. I mean, it's like not in a way that is really obvious, you know, kind of saying like similar catchphrases or talking in a similar way to the Sonic that we know. This seems like a new take on Sonic from Paramount, and I think this is something that everyone is actually a little bit afraid of, at least people that are really skeptical about the design, because they're afraid that this Sonic won't share that much in common with the Sonic that we've grown to love, and I can kind of see the pros and cons of that. So I see the cons in the sense that, like, well, you want to have some kind of familiarity with this character, especially since it's the very first movie, just to make sure that people that are fans of the series will want to come and see the movie. But at the same time, it's also good to take creative liberties, because if you're limiting yourself on how a character can act, talk, and walk and stuff like that, it could be very daunting to animate a movie like that, because you're not really sure if you're doing something right or not. And I think it just allows creative energy to flourish a lot more if you're allowed to have more creative freedom and kind of make the movie in the way that you see fit. So I see pros and cons of both of it. Like, at first I did see like the pros of it, just because I was very interested in seeing like a brand new take on Sonic. I think that's a very interesting idea, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Paramount interprets Sonic. But what kind of made me see the cons was like kind of seeing the Dora movie trailer that was released this past week. I was never a really big fan of Dora, to be honest, but Dora was a part of my childhood. It's something that just came on TV, so I just watched it just because there was nothing else on TV. But seeing a Dora trailer, like, this really seems nothing like the original Dora, and it kind of broke my heart a little bit, just because I was so used to original Dora, and it just seemed like there was nothing about this that seemed like the same except the name, I guess, and I guess the monkey. But the monkey really doesn't even look like Boots. Like, he doesn't even have boots, and he doesn't talk either, from what I can tell. So this really doesn't seem like a Dora movie. You know, the Sonic movie seems more like a Sonic movie so far than this does. So I don't know. I'm a little bit conflicted now seeing that trailer, because I'm like, if that's what a Sonic movie trailer is gonna be like, then I'm not sure how I'm gonna react to it. I mean, I've been pretty positive and pretty optimistic about the design so far, but I just don't know if I'm gonna love it if it's really different from the original Sonic. I really do want there to be at least some similarities, just so the character is recognizable. And that's just where my head is at right now, but I really can't say until like the movie trailer comes out, honestly, which will hopefully be soon. And one bonus thing that Dreamcast guy mentioned is that Gangster's Paradise plays during this trailer, and I think someone else had talked about this beforehand, so that's really interesting. I listened to this song and I'm like, it doesn't sound like something that would be in a Sonic trailer, but it sounds like something that would be in like a movie trailer. So I don't know, I guess it makes sense from that perspective, but it's a very interesting song choice, and yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what the trailer is gonna be like with that song playing in the background. But anyway, that's pretty much everything Dreamcast guy said. So there wasn't too much new information, but there was some interesting tidbits here and there that I just wanted to discuss. But I want you all to let me know in the comment section below what you think about what Dreamcast guy said. I'll leave a link to his video in the description box below if you want to take a look for yourself. But he says a lot of things that I kind of had a feeling were going to be like things in this movie, so it's nothing that really surprised me, but it's kind of nice to hear that like this is probably what it is, because it kind of like eases my mind a little bit in terms of like what to expect. But I don't think it's going to ease the mind of a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to be even more worried just from what he said, but I don't know, at least the model seems to look better in motion, so at least we have that. Now here's something I wanted to mention. I'm starting to think that this movie trailer is not going to come out till like May or June, and the reason I think that is because a lot of the movie trailers that I've seen come out this year recently are coming out like 5 to 6 months before the actual movie comes out. So the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, for example, that came out in January, the movie actually comes out in like June. And the Dora trailer that just came out, that movie comes out in August. And the Detective Pikachu trailer, that one came out a little bit early, but the movie itself comes out in May, I think. So we're seeing these movie trailers coming out like 5 to 6 months before the actual movie comes out. So given that, and the fact that the Sonic movie comes out in November, I don't think we're actually going to see the trailer until like May or June, which sounds like forever, but trust me, it's going to be here before you know it. But hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully the trailer actually comes out beforehand, but at this point I'm starting to think that it's going to come out in May or June, just based on the movies I've been seeing right now in terms of like when their trailers came out. But let me know in the comment section below if you agree with my analysis or not, and let me know your thoughts on what Dreamcast guy said. I'd be really interested in hearing what you all have to say. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel if you like videos like these and want to see more in the future, follow me on Twitter at RidersDX, or join my Discord server, the Spongy Garden. Now this is Riders, riding out.